What's up, everyone? This is Dave, aka Finance Guy, going to bring you another 54-box EverQuest raid on EverQuest Emulator, a local install. If you've been liking these videos, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you want to see. I'm going to keep posting these as long as I can. I'm going to do as many of the boss fights in Velious and Luclin and eventually progress into other expansions. And I will, at some point, share my macros and some setup instructions so you can do the same thing. This raid team is level 60, no AAs. There's 9 groups: tank group, off tank group, 3 caster groups, 3 melee groups, and an extra heals group. I am going to do Dain, Lord Dain Frostreaver, maybe not Lord, but Dain Frostreaver IV. This fight, Dain will banish you to the bottom of the well, which is in Icewell Keep, target in B. I'm at the bottom of the well of the entire raid. Gary's up top. So you're going to need a mage at the top to best do this pull. What I do is, see, Dane's going to banish the tank down the well. So it's best to just set up down there. So I usually have someone up here drag Dane and company down the well. It's so much easier than, whatever you're going to, summoning the tank back up every time he gets banished. So Gary is not KOS to Dane. He's actually the one doing the Shawl quest right now. So he likes him. Generally, you would use a mage here and call the hero. I'm a GM on my server. Gary's just going to pound summon. It's just easier. I'm going to summon a character up here to do the pull. Generally speaking, it's probably a good idea to separate Dean from his ads. He does have a handful of them. All these guys would come. In fact, I believe half this room is going to come. I don't think the council. Well, the council isn't here right now, so that's good. And I used to split Dane from the ads by multiple pulls, feign death, you name it, backing the raid up, letting him come down. Now I just fight everything all at once. The guards do not hit very hard. I'm just going to make sure my off tanks are going to peel the mobs off the cleric. So I have a thing here called peel tank. You are telling each tank to peel tank on, which is an E3 command, which instructs the tanks that anytime a cleric, druid, or shaman gets aggro, taunt that mob. Get that mob off them. I wish it would do it for other characters like enchanters and stuff, because my enchanters die a lot. It doesn't. It just does the healers. It's good enough. So I'm going to prep the complete heal rotation with this button, which is just going to turn the macros off of the 6 clerics who are in the complete heal chain. And then it's just going to set up that the healing chain is good to go with the following clerics: Mary, Shelby, Tammy, Liko, Sid, Kitty, and the tanks will be Dave, Ellie, Arthur, and Norm, in that order if any of them die. I'm just going to change the timing to 5 seconds just because 3 seconds is too fast and I don't want to run out of mana. Not that I will in this fight, but you never know. Sometimes I do this fight without complete heals because sometimes the mobs run around like crazy and start killing people and we need all the clerics. But we're going to try it this way without it. I am going to use a cheat because Dane gets stuck in the ceiling sometimes. It doesn't happen on all emulators. I've noticed this happens on mine. So when Dane comes down the well, if he doesn't immediately appear, I'm going to just pound summon him just to get him out of the ceiling, because he will kill people from the ceiling, and it's a real pain in the neck, obviously, because you can't do anything about it. You're stuck. So my strategy is I pull this entire mess. You can also wait for Dane to go to bed back here. And when he does that, you can just pull all the guards up here, kill them first, and then kill Dane, by himself. We're not going to sit here and wait until whatever time that happens. I think it happens at like 9 p.m. or bedtime-ish game time. It'll probably take like 20 minutes to get there, so we're not going to wait. So I'm just going to pull everything. And it's a mess. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a mess. And we're probably going to lose some characters, but let's see what happens. So we can turn Mez off. I'm going to summon up Arthur, who is also not KOS. Oh, Arthur is KOS. Okay, well, let's do it. We get banished down the well. Bring Arthur to Dave. Switch to Dave, and just kind of wait for them to appear. Oh, they're attacking Arthur, so I'm going to summon Dean to me. He's going to run off. I'm going to get his attention and put on B8. Start the complete heal rotation. Here come the guards. So I'm going to kill the ads first. Not Dane. I'm going to kill the ads first. Just get him out of the way. I'm going to keep attention on Dane. We have the complete heal rotation going. Let's see why. Oh, here this. All right, this is where it gets a little crazy. So as long as Dain is on Dave, we don't really care about who dies. As long as obviously not the whole raid, but we're just gonna debuff Dain. Oh wow, we're having some casualties here. I don't think everyone's engaged. That's weird. This does happen though. I could have sworn they would die a lot faster, and I feel like something's wrong. But we'll just keep it up and pray for the best, I guess. Let's see who else we got here. I'm killing the light blues first. All right, that guy's dying faster. I wonder if he was stuck in the ceiling, the ad. We're going to kill the light blues, followed by the dark blues, followed by the white. We're going to probably lose some more characters. I probably shouldn't have used a complete heal rotation, but at this point, it's too late to turn back. I think it's too late to turn back. I've never actually turned off a complete heal rotation mid-fight to see what would happen. I feel like it would be disastrous at this point, because I would have to reset everyone's macros, and that would cause the peel tank to stop happening, which means the clerics and the druids and shaman would get aggro and start dying. So we are losing a lot of characters. This is no good. It's not going to be a wipe, as far as I can tell. I'm probably almost out of guards. As soon as the guards are dead, it's going to be super... Wow, there's still a lot of guards. As soon as the guards are dead, it's a super easy fight. I get banished on the well, killed the sentinel. Oh, Dain resummoned me. It's fine. So it looks like we lost a couple. Let's see who we've lost. Sort by class. We've lost 2 clerics. That's probably not good because 6 of the clerics are tied up. So, yeah, it was probably a bad idea to do complete heals. I'm going to try to turn it off. I'm turning off the complete heal rotation, praying to God nothing goes wrong. All right, we're going to keep... I must have... Man, I pulled like the entire keep down here. It's kind of fun. Dain's at 89% health, and we're not even engaging on him yet. This is humorous, to say the least. And there's just still more ads. There's just tons of them. So, look, I told you that I do it this way. You should not do it this way unless you have a power team. And I have a power team at this point. But as you can see, I have taken some heavy losses. I've lost pretty much all of my tanks and a few of my healers. All right, we're starting to run out of guards. That's awesome. Jesus. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, avalanche golem from... Oh my god, the mobs at the bottom of the well are starting to respawn. That's okay. We are not going to be too worried. Okay, face it. Turn on quick burns to burn the mobs down faster. That guy's taking his time to die. That's no fun. No fun, no fun, no fun. No fun, no fun. Meanwhile, Dain is getting, he's going down little by little, which I find super funny. Super funny. But my clerics are starting to run low in mana, and this is going to get really scary really fast if I don't figure something out. So I do like to broadcast regardless of what happens in the fight. But yeah, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good at all. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. My enchanter started mezzing because I reset the macros, and all these guys are immune to mezz. So running, okay, once again, running out of mobs. That's good. Dain keeps throwing me down the well, but since I'm at the bottom of the well, I landed in the water. But he generally actually summons me before that happens, which is good because then I don't have to swim out of the well. Come on, a little longer. It's gotta last a little longer. Come on, clerics, keep up. Let me check who's still alive on heals. Alright, oh my god, we are basically out of mana. Liz has some mana, Shelby has some mana. But we are essentially, this is the end of the line, and I'm in serious trouble. But somebody will survive the fight. I got a lot more ads than I expected. I started with a complete heal rotation, which was, as we say, foolish. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just splash healed the whole fight. But at the end of the day, do another quick burn. Dain should be gone, and it should be an easy win. Well, maybe not easy win. Maybe a super chaotic, crazy win. But you know, like I said, you can split the ads. You can wait for Dain to go to his bedroom, pull the ads down without him, and do what I just did. Or you can pull a few at a time. Or if Dain's not with you, he won't banish. So you could actually fight them up in the keep if you can get everyone there, and then then come to the bottom of the well with Dain. So many ways you could do it. I just prefer the bum rush approach. Looks like we're gonna lose Chris, my main bard. That's okay. Is Chris tanking? No, I'm tanking. Me and Ali are swapping. I wonder if Chris is on Rampage. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, it's gonna just kind of keep waiting this out. Ali's dead, so I just lost another tank. So at this point, I am out of heals. I am out of tanks. Dave's the only one left, and Dave's dead. So we are going to switch to another character, or we switch to Hops, and just kind of see what happens. We're going to see if I wipe, or if I can kill him. And I'm pretty sure I have enough characters to win. I can't imagine he's going to wipe out everyone, but he might. It looks very possible. It's going to be a very, very close fight, because I did foolishly pull everything and use the complete heal rotation, which I usually don't do. I don't know why I decided today to do it differently. Maybe for you guys, I was hoping that it would, it might be a good idea to complete heal, but this is a good reason not to complete heal if you pull the entire throne room. If you pull just Dain, then complete heal away, super easy. But if you're going to pull the entire throne room like I did, like, oh my god, I'm going to kill everyone at once, murder, death, kill, whatever, then, don't do that. And mind my falsetto voice. So yeah, Dain's at 5%. Yeah, so I'm winning. I'm gonna win. But I lost almost all of group 5, almost all of group 4, 3. I lost half of a few groups. I lost a bunch of my healers. And at the end of the day, Dain is dead. So oh well, still win. So if they tell you Zerging is stupid, I tell you Zerging is kind of cool. So I'm gonna summon Dave back and get him back up and running. I lost so many characters, so instead of summoning one at a time, I'm going to summon all of them at once. I have these different hotkeys to summon, summon my different groups. So I'm just going to quickly just click on each one once. You wait about 2 seconds between each click, because it's 5 lines, and you want to make sure you get through them all. If you miss any lines, if you click too fast, you'll miss a few lines of pound summons, and that will cause someone not to get summoned. Then you'll have to manually do it, and defeats the purpose. So we got everyone back. I'm just going to quickly type /loot corpses, which is an E3 command from the MacroQuest, which will just have them loot their corpses. Back up off the view. Let's get everyone away from the corpse so I can see. It's really bright down here, whatever lighting effect I have. I'm going to type /hide corpse space looted to get the corpses cleaned up as I restart everyone's macro, because some people aren't moving. I'm kind of wondering if some of their macros ended prematurely. It happens sometimes when people die and they don't get res, like when you summon them. So sometimes it screws up their macros. So where is Dain? Where is he? Guys, what are you guys doing? Where is Dain? There's Dain. Nope, that's an Icewell Sentry. All right, is this Dain? Wow, come on. There we go. So he dropped 2 Frostreavers, which, you know what? I'm not going to loot these because I have better. My Berserkers are the only characters who use 2-handed weapons of Warrior, Paladin, Shadow Knight, Berserker, and they use primal weapons, prismatic weapons from Sleeper's Tomb. The cloak is decent. I like the spell haste. Obviously some mana on them too, so I'm going to do /find slot. Back only, and I go into this in more depth on other videos, so I'm going to do this kind of faster right now, just so I can do the loot. Rose and Becca do not have cloaks, so by default, I'm just going to give it to them. I'm going to talk about something very specific in 1 second, so hang tight. Let me just get this loot really quick. I'm going to tell you how I do quest loot, because Dain dropped his head, and you're probably wondering, oh, are you going to loot his head and do the Belt of the Dwarf slaying? And the thing is, my faction is constantly all over the place because I'm just constantly killing mobs, and I don't have the wit's end and the time to do all these quests. So what I do is what I'm about to show you. And it's important that if you're going to run an emulator, that you kind of know how to do this, because you're probably going to find times where you want to do this. For example, in Temple of Ishan, the quest armor that drops, the Skyshrine and Kael armor that drops, you're probably not going to want to gather gems. It's a pain in the neck when you're mega boxing. So watch this. So I'm going to bring up Heidi SQL. It's this free software you can download. And I should have had it open already. And I'm going to connect to my EQ database, my emulator database, PEQ. And I'm not going to teach you how to program. Let's just forget for a second. So there's an item table. And it's we're just going to say name and ID are two parts of the item table. The name of the item and the item's ID. Select means query it, grab the name and the ID from the item table where the name equals, we're going to say belt of dwarf slaying. And I'm going to hit this play button up here, and it's going to say belt of dwarf slaying has an ID of 25858. So we'll come back to that in a second. I'm going to find slot waste on everyone and see who does, because it's pretty much a best in slot for just about everyone. So who doesn't have a waste slot item, or who's are really bad? So I saw a few. I'm just grabbing the belt, see if it's better for anyone. See, it has attack, it has hit point regen, that's great for melee. It has mana and intelligence, wisdom, that's great for casters. So I'm really like at a loss of who to give it to first. So I'm just gonna give it to naked waste slots, and people who don't have one. So I'm gonna give it to Gary. So here's what I'm going to do to give it to him instead of doing the head quest. I'm going to go to Gary. I'm going to have Gary target himself. Then I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to remember 25858. And I'm going to type pound give item space 25858. And what that's going to do is give me the belt of dwarf slaying. It's just going to spawn it. And by doing that, I just saved myself a lot of faction grinding. I saved myself a lot of running around, turning in his head. If you're doing this, any quest where you have to grind certain items and you have 54 characters and you're trying to track it, like in Plain of Sky, for example, Kael Skyshrine, Thurgood Quest Armor, Dozakar quests. I'm trying to think of later expansions. They're in every expansion, I'd say. You could just do that if you're a GM of your own server. Just give yourself the item and save yourself the trouble if that's how you want to play. So that was Dain. That was a really, really messy Dain fight. I apologize. I did not expect that to be a complete, cluster F. But yeah, that is one way to do Dain. If you have a powerful team, I might re-record this video or record another version where I just pulled Dain. But I think you kind of get the idea. Wait for Dain to go into his bedroom, pull the throne room, kill them all, and then pull Dain by himself. Then you won't have all these deaths. But it was kind of cool watching everyone come down, wasn't it? I mean, that was pretty sick. So if you like what you see, like, comment, share, subscribe. And yeah, let me know what you want to see, and I will keep doing these. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.